Hi, good people. Hi, TIs. It's Sherry here, and I have some free and valuable information for you to help you benefit yourself and others. Okay, so please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share this video if you find it helpful. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about perp puzzles. This is a continuation of a series that I do. Usually I post once a week on Saturdays, but it's just been so chaotic and so intense today with my targeting. I figured I'd do perp puzzles on a Monday. And I don't like to give it extra playtime. That is purposely why I do it one day a week, because there are other things to talk about. But at this point, I think it's worthy of mentioning, okay? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sherry. Hi, TIs. For those of you who already do, good people. And I'm a victim of what's called contract stalking, okay? Which means it's basically a form of terrorism disguised as what happens is you get put on a contract to be stalked and to be experimented on, okay? Human trafficking program based on not just sex but also medical experimentation, particularly neuro experimentation, as in the head, with the big push for the tech companies and the whole brain syncing, brain interfacing goal agenda. So there's a lot of testing that needs to be done, and that's done on human guinea pigs. Okay, so big contracts going out for these testing on people. Okay, so they need people to test on, and I believe my name came up as a lucky number. So here I am. What a tale I have to tell about it. Hopefully you can benefit from this, okay? Unfortunately, I have a feeling there's going to be more people that will be tested on, since it's a push for everyone to end up being able to be synced with a supercomputer, okay? Agenda, smart world, okay? Where every human brain is synced with the supercomputer, okay? So it's 10 o'clock at night. It's still very loud outside of my house. Again, this is terrorism tactics. So with this program, looking at my notes here, I got off of work this morning, okay? Didn't, obviously I was up all night working. So got home, wanted to rest a little bit, but of course that's when the terrorism really kicks up. When I'm at home, it was the usual. I hear noises in the attic. Okay, and this has happened the last couple places I've lived, so it's not just unique to one building where I could move and it'd be solved. No. So I hear noises in the attic, of course, equipment being dragged around. Now there technically is no attic that I can access, but apparently somebody can, because they were up there dragging the equipment around. That's how I understand it. It's what it sounds like. And then they turn it on, and then the air pressure in the room gets different. My nose, my sinuses start popping, my nose and my ears, which they never do naturally. And this happens when I lay down to go to sleep, okay? So I try to go to sleep, take a nap, because I hadn't slept at work, And as soon as I lay down, it's like Grand Central Station outside too, Well, before that, okay, so before I lay down with the machine, whatever direct energy weapon that they're using, it makes my sinuses pop, and I can hear them when they turn it on. It sounds like a vacuum, like, and the air in the room kind of changes, like it's being polarized almost. Kind of like if you've ever had to sit for an MRI, it feels like that, okay? And my sinuses are popping, and then my ears start buzzing like a tinnitus, but it's a very familiar thing. It worries me that it might be a form of like psychic driving. That's where they play messages directly into your ear, into your audio cortex from the direct energy weapon. And you can just hear a sound, but there can be like a message, a hypnotic message, actually a voice recorded within the sound, that your conscious brain will never hear the actual recorded voice, but your subconscious brain will hear the voice. And that freaks me out. Okay, because I don't know, God's green earth, what they would be, just somebody saying something to me that I don't understand, but my subconscious brain will absorb. Freaky. Which is why I'm sharing these type of videos, so you guys know the tactics that are out here, okay? Yes, things like that do exist. That's a direct energy weapon. It's energy because it's, and I've been over this the other day if you watch my old videos, energy is things like Wi-Fi, and it can be weaponized. Obviously, in a situation like this, you can run it on somebody and use it to do things like subliminal programming, psychic driving, what else? Recording brain activity, influencing brain activity, etc., etc. direct energy weapons. That's on another video. So please watch it. You will be, you will understand a lot about it. Okay, because that's how these attacks are done. But for TIs, you already know because you guys are under a lot of it too. So yeah, that's the usual. Okay. And then, of course, today was a little extra. They put a little extra sauce on today. All right, so I lay down, okay, in the living room because I wasn't going to get good sleep no matter where I lay down. So I'm just, I lay down in the living room. It's brighter. And all of a sudden, it became Grand Central Station outside my apartment. It was just like, vroom, vroom, vroom. For some reason, it was motorcycle day. Okay, I don't know if the Motorcycle Brotherhood was, informed on this one, like the Flying Monkeys, the wizard... The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch, sends out her flying monkeys. Well, today, the flying monkeys were the freaking Motorcycle Brotherhood, okay? They were up and down my streets today like it was a festival going on. And I know that there's not, although my city has lots of festivals, but not this year. This year, they were all canceled because of, the situation, what's going on. But today, this might as well have been the little festival zone for motorcycles because it was going on for a good 2 hours. All you could hear was vroom, 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 and I'm like, I could just cry, I had no sleep. I'm tired, for God's sakes, I mean, I know it's the sounds of life and everything. And I don't live in the country, so I can't expect peace and quiet, Boy, would I live in the country if I could. Which is another thing that's going to be trying to take away from us. But I digress. Okay, that's another video. But boy, yeah, Grand Central Station for 2 hours. I'm telling you, 2 straight hours. Gang, 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 just revving the engines. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the same 10 motorcycles that just kept like circling. I mean, of course, when you're on a contract stalking, perps get paid to harass you, of course, So they earned their money today, boy. I mean, loud music, honking, yelling out, yelling. Oh boy, I tell you, it was like a festival. Community bullying at its best today, right over here. Okay, so and then as I was laying down too, they do this thing with the energy weapon where they'll send in a broadcast. Now, broadcast, as I understand it, is when they know your location. And they basically, like a microwaves, it's through the computer, and they'll kind of play a game like Avatar, and they'll like send in their avatar to your location, your body, and like microwaves, like a lot of microwaves hitting you at once. And that's exactly what it feels like today. I felt it before, this is part of this program. Feels like you're in a microwave, particularly the head region. Okay, so I'm laying down, there's noises, gang, 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 honking, yelling, my head's being microwaved, like, oh, it's a disgusting feeling. It's just, it gets really hot and heated, and it makes you dizzy and nauseous, and, it's real sick. Your head gets hot. So, and they were doing particularly my eyes today. That's when I can tell they're being really violent, when they start hitting my eyes. The other day they hit my knee so bad that I couldn't even barely walk. My knee was like swollen to twice its normal size. I could barely walk. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. I literally hobbled around. I stayed in bed all day. And it was sad. I still have a limp today left over from that. So they're getting a little bit more violent lately. And I think that is because I'm speaking out on this more and doing videos like this. So just please understand that when I do these videos, it is at a risk, but this is human trafficking. They're using these energy weapons. They're choosing people, citizens of all sorts, and putting them on these programs and letting them be experimented on. Regular citizens, this is neuro experimentation. Neuro with your head. That's nothing to play with, and it can turn into medical research. I mean, that's what it is, but it can turn to physical and also sexual assaults as well. And physical, they can literally have direct energy weapons that'll make you fall asleep in your own home, and they can come in and experiment on you. And they particularly like single people for that. TIs, you already know this. We've been over this. So yeah. So with my I guess bringing awareness to this, doing these videos, they've been getting a little bit more upset lately. Okay, and then that's when my targeting gets a little bit more violent. Okay, so yeah, but what you gonna do? You can't appease the bully. Could I apologize? For the people that I owe an apology to, I have. But that's, these are human traffickers. No apology is going to work. Nothing's going to work. They want to rape not only the mind but the body, and they want to enslave, not just some people. They want to do it to a lot of people. They want to add more. The list is getting bigger. So, so there's nothing I can do to appease them. So then I must at least alert other people so that you guys know how to be a little bit safer. Okay, because like I said, big contracts are going out all the time, more and more every day, and there's a bounty on all of us, and it's a lot. These tech companies want in. That's their agenda. They want this brain syncing. In order to do that, you need human brains to test on. And they're not going to ask you because it's a remote technology and because it's invisible. They don't have to ask you. They can just do it. Like the microwave that hit me today. No evidence of it. My eyes, I can barely, my head felt it, my body felt it. But these weapons are really cruel in the fact that they leave no evidence. That's a problem. Big, big problem. So yeah, terrorism today, as usual on this program, contract stalking, okay? Traffickers were in traffic today. Honk, honk, vroom, vroom, ging, 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 all day for like 2 hours. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Still right now there's heavy traffic out there. Actually, just a little while ago there was gunshots, which is funny because I don't live in a bad area where, it's actually kind of a small community and there's heavy police presence when need be because the police station is like, I don't know, not even a mile away. So they're pretty bolden for that. Yeah, gunshots. So, and with all the protesting and stuff going on, it's a little dangerous. If I were the mayor, I would think about setting a curfew. Okay? So you wouldn't want to have like stray bullets or something. That's the thing with these people too. They have such a callous regard for human life that, you know what I mean? To bother me, they're bothering the whole neighborhood. Do you know what I mean? They want to get at me with the gang, 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 and the yelling and all that, and just, really, it's kind of scary. I'm not, because I've been through it so much, so I'm just trying to get to sleep today. But it is kind of scary. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, whatever. But for the poor neighbors too, who have to witness this, like, wow, they're acting like vigilantes, and what's funny to me is that they're the ones who are the human traffickers. You're mad at what? Because I won't let you human traffic me because I'm telling on it? You're mad at me? Well, you're just going to have to be mad. You're just going to have to be mad. Cry me a river. You don't do that to people. Human trafficking is not okay. I'll repeat that. Human trafficking is not okay. Okay? All right, so, yeah, perps are mad. I'm sticking up for myself. They feel threatened because they know that the trafficking ring that's hidden underneath is coming more and more every day to light. And like I said, they keep saying, too, they don't like perverts. They really do. They think that's their whole shtick, that they say that they're vigilantes, they're fighting against perverts. Newsflash, you are the perverts. You're the one playing in people's brains without permission, using people in human medical research. I don't care the hospital paid you. I don't care the military paid you. You're not supposed to do it. Not to mention all the pedophile. Oh, please, don't. Let's not get on a high horse, human traffickers. Okay? We don't like perverts, but you are the perverts. You're the leader of the perverts. Okay? Oh boy. So what else? Yeah, so there is a human trafficking ring going on that's masquerading as a watch list, that's masquerading as an experimentation, but it's illegal because any experimentation done without your consent is illegal, right? Right. So it involves, I believe, I know facets of the government, so that's, I'm going to think city or county. So I don't know who I need to talk to in my city. Maybe the mayor, maybe the governor, the president of the United States. I don't know. See, the problem is my targeting started. We have a new governor here in my state, and he was just elected, I don't know, a couple years ago. My targeting started before that. Same thing with the president. This started before the current president. So just thinking logically, my targeting, they didn't start it. The contract wasn't under them. It was under somebody else. So I'm going to keep digging. Keep digging. Okay? I don't want to, when you want to bring up an issue, you want to bring it up to the right person. You don't want to blame the wrong person. Right? Right. Okay. So, should I stay quiet on this, guys? I don't know. On this program, being contract stalked, with and being experimented on neurologically, I have been raped. They have ways to do it, ways to make you fall asleep, ways to drug you that you won't even remember what happened, but you'll know you have been raped. I don't want to get specific because it's very traumatic, actually. Um, but it happened when I was living out of state, and it happened when I was here, actually with family. At one point, it was horrible. So, I did make sure to go get a rape kit. Excuse me, at one point, I'm not trying to do anything weird, symbolism or anything. I did, go ahead and get some testing done at one point. I mean, it's been real bad. So, should I stay quiet about it? Human traffickers are bullies. And one thing, there's no way to appease them. Okay, it's not like they want something that I can give. They want access to my brain, which I don't know. I can't give that. They want access to, my body, or they want me to not say anything while they do it to others. And I can't do that. I can't do that. That's not an option, you know? So we can't negotiate, we can't barter. I tried keeping my mouth shut if they would have left me alone. But no, they keep on and keep on. Again, it's masquerading as a watch list. It's masquerading as something that it's not. And it's so funny because these people who are claiming to be, of high quality, and we're the government and, military and law enforcement, but you're human trafficking, assaulting. So therefore, you need to, suffer the consequences. It's very hypocritical. It's very a bizarre place to be in. Okay, so I can't back down because they're not backing down and they're not ceasing. Okay, um, don't know who's running this program. Like I said, it is. I know for a fact it's not the governor because he's brand new. It was happening way before him, and I know for a fact it's not the president, honestly, because it was happening way before him. Just saying the facts. Okay, my targeting had went on. I remember having a situation where I was few times wrongfully arrested, and it was done by people that I knew that I had. I'm not going to get into it, but this happened way before the current presidency and way before the current governor. Okay, so we'll say that. The mayor, I don't know. He's been in. I don't know. I don't know. It's good that I can laugh about this because it is a very serious subject. But yeah, I've been assaulted on this program and I've been experimented on, and I do not consent to that. And I'm hopping mad over it, hopping mad, and I don't want it to happen to anybody else. Okay, it's one thing if they made a mistake and, like I said, they would cease. These people are so wicked; they're not ceasing, and they're getting mad at me for speaking out on it. Hence the gunshots just about 10-15 minutes ago. So yeah, I can't back down. And I can't do this all by myself here. Good people, help. A little help here, a little help. I'm like David and Goliath, So they're hurting me pretty bad. Okay? They're hurting me. My eyes right now are not focusing all the way, and it's sad. I'm trying not to think about it too much, and I pray on it. Hey. Okay. But yeah, so I'm trying not to think about it too much. The other day, like I said, they hit my knee so bad with an energy weapon. It had swelled to twice its normal size, and I couldn't even walk. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I was afraid I'd get like a blood clot because it was so big, at the knee. I couldn't walk all day. I could barely take a bath. I couldn't even bend it, flex it so I could, sit in the bathtub all the way. I had to like sit with my leg like up, and it hurt. I screamed. It was hurting, and I'm not, whipped when it comes to pain. It was bad. For the whole day I had to lay down. What a wasted day. I don't like to sit and be lazy. Like I have energy. I want to do something. And that's another thing too. These energy weapons suck your energy. So I have the energy of like somebody in their 80s or 90s, and it's not fair. Like I'm still in my 40s. I want to live, and they're taking that away, and they're doing it to a lot of others. Okay, so I can't do this all by myself. Like I said, they're hurting me here. good people, TIs. But just so you know, I am striking them in some places, and I'm drawing some blood here. So, thanks to the true God, because it's not by my own strength or wisdom or anything like that. Because these people are very powerful. Okay, they have a lot of power and a lot of money, and they're smart people. You know, these are military factions. These are secret. These are secret projects and stuff. These people are trained. I'm going against trained professionals, so this is hard. Okay, and they're hurting me, but I'm drawing some blood too, so not bad. See, true God looks out. He has his ways. Um, so again, they're not stopping. You know, a true pervert, a true criminal-minded person, they won't stop even after you've told them that you've asked them, you've begged them, you've pleaded with them, please stop hurting me, please stop doing this. And yet they won't. They want to keep hurting, and they want to exercise power and control over another person. So those kind of people are dangerous. And so please be safe out here, everybody. Please be safe. This is a real thing. This is not something that's made up. I went with my other video the other day. I talked about all the experimentations that have been done here in the U.S. And it's not just the U.S. It's all over the world. Illegal experimentation, non-consensual, is done on people, especially more so nowadays with the energy weapons, because they're invisible and because they can be used remotely. And they are so strong. These are military level weapons. They can go through concrete and through walls of houses, of course. Okay? That's how they do them. You can be sitting in your own living room and they'll beam it in on you. Okay, doesn't matter where you are, to the ends of the earth, these weapons can reach now. Okay, so, and there's contracts going out, big money to continue with the agenda of brain computer interface smart world. Okay, so know that. Okay, just know that. Try to fly under the radar, but at the same time, you know, good people and TIs, we do need to address this issue. You know, we can't stay too quiet. You know, it's like that situation, you know, in the schoolyard when you see a fight brewing, you know, you don't want to step in or anything, but at the same time, if you don't acknowledge that bully, if you don't say something, picture like World War II, World War I, some stuff you can't avoid as humans. It's sad, like, we can't avoid it, but at least we can try, okay? And the thing we have to do, we can't ignore it too much. First thing you have to do is arm yourself with knowledge. And I think you did a good job by watching this video. I'm not the best, I'm not a professional, but I'm living through it, so I do know a lot. And then I think the second step, first arm yourself with knowledge. Second step, and this needs to be done pretty quickly while we still have time, we need to seek legislation from the good people in power, in you know, what am I trying to say, in government, okay, the good people, the good leaders. We need to tickle their ear and let them know, write letters and address them very, very soon on how the new laws will be set up for things like energy weapons, because they're doing more testing, you know, and we better speak up before we get to the point where we can't speak up. And you guys know, summertime, I think, is a good time right now, because, like, you know, maybe we'll have a second round of the virus coming up in the fall, so then the courthouses and things like that will be closed down. You know, it was hard to get you guys remember a couple months, it was hard to get a hold of anybody, the business hours weren't, you know, so just, I think, first of all, arm yourselves with information. You need to know, what is this woman talking about? Contract stalking? Anybody? Yeah, contract stalking for neuro experimentation on random citizens. And it doesn't just happen to bad people. It doesn't just happen to dissidents. It doesn't just happen to the mentally ill. It doesn't just happen to minorities. It doesn't just happen to women, although there's a lot of women targets, particularly single women. You know, it doesn't just happen to that person or that person. It can happen to you. It can happen to you. I never thought this would happen to me, but it has. This can happen to you too, you know, and it's a world agenda. A world agenda, meaning the most powerful people in the world are working on this, okay? There's military powers that are you know, performing these experiments. They're very trained and they're very powerful, okay? So we are the Davids to their Goliaths, all right? And in order to have any type of positive outcome, okay, we have to exercise knowledge, by gaining knowledge, and we have to address the issue by talking to legislation legally. Okay, legally, we need to approach this problem from a legal standpoint while we still have a justice system, while it stands, while we still have law and order. Okay, that's it. That's all I got to say. So hopefully, I don't know what tonight's looking like for me. I have a feeling I'll be up for a long while. I don't want to be, but I will be. I've had to barricade my doors. Pretty sad, but fact of life, it is what it is. And yeah, that's it. Anyways, that's enough. Next time, I'm going to talk about some more stuff. I thank you guys for listening. Just remember to be safe. Do your research, okay? Do your research. Energy weapons, good place to start. And remember that the true God loves us. Thank you and have a good night. Bye, TIs. Bye, good people. Bye, new viewers, if there are any. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Okay, bye.